What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is White Gamer. Today we're going to be talking about the upcoming update that is going to be nerfing down Bruiser. If you guys didn't know, guys, Bruiser has been overpowered for the last 2, 3, 4 months. If you play competitive, the highest possible level in clubs, it's been banned. It's been banned in competitive tournaments and competitive leagues. So, guys, let's go talk about this because, yeah, it's been really overpowered, guys. In our latest feedback update, we've addressed the Bruiser playstyle following ongoing community discussion. Let's make this full screen and zoom in a little bit. We've been closely monitoring how playstyles are performing and testing changes between attributes and playstyle. You guys remember, I think it was 2 months ago, the passing attributes versus the playstyle attributes. You guys don't remember, the playstyles mattered a little bit more. The attributes mattered a little bit more compared to the passing playstyles. But that's still BS, guys. As a result, in the upcoming update, we slightly reduce the boost from Bruiser and Bruiser Plus in shoulder challenges situation and added a matching boost for dribblers with Enforcer or Enforcer Plus, creating a more even head-to-head interaction. They've also improved how players react after contact, so stronger tacklers can still knock weaker players off balance, which, okay, that makes sense. So you have high strength, high aggression, but someone with weaker tacklers can no longer overpower stronger dribblers in unrealistic ways. So if you have low strength and low aggression, you're no longer able to knock off someone that has high balance, maybe high strength and balance and aggression as well. So detection of challenges from behind has been refined, with the system predicting player movements ahead and canceling challenges that would result in back contact. Additionally, we fix cases where the Bruiser Plus icon appeared when it wasn't impacting the play. So here's an example that they showed. Let's put this. So on the left, okay, so right now the example they're showing is stronger tackler versus a weak dribbler, which makes sense. You know, if you're strong and you're a weak dribbler, yeah, you're going to get bullied off. Now, this is the average tackler against a weak dribbler. You see how even now this example is if you're a weak tackler. So if you don't have the high strength and the aggression, but you still have Bruiser, you guys saw it's still a little bit OP, but not as much. So I think this is the post patch that they're showing. And this is weak tackler versus strong dribbler. You see the difference? Strong tackler, weak dribbler. Obviously, you're going to get pushed off more. If you're average tackler, you're still going to get pushed off. But now, if you have low strength and maybe not using the Bruiser, you're not going to get pushed off that much. And then if you don't have like the high strength and aggression and you're a strong dribbler, you won't fly off that much. So you still do get pushed off. Now, guys, let's go over to the Reddit. To the Discord, because they talk about more things regarding this. So Bruiser versus attributes. Previously, shoulder challenges created heavily favor the tackler when using Bruiser, which is true, guys. If you use Bruiser, whether it's a plus or the regular version, you're bullying out anyone. Anyone you're bullying out, regardless of how high strength or aggression the other player had. They slightly reduced the boost from Bruiser and Bruiser Plus. They added a matching boost for dribblers with Enforcer and Enforcer Plus. So it looks like now, if you're now Enforcer and Enforcer Plus, is going to be a bit more effective against the Bruiser, which is good. This creates a more even head-to-head interaction rather than one-sided outcomes, which is true, guys. Even if you were using Enforcer before and someone had Bruiser, guys, you were still going to get bullied off the ball regardless. Shoulder challenges outcomes. We've improved how players react after contact. And that was the thing, after the contact, 99% of the time the players would just go flying off, how we saw in that example. Stronger tacklers can still knock weaker players off balance at wider angles. That makes sense. That's what the examples they were showing. Weaker tacklers were no longer overpower stronger dribblers. So, you know, maybe if you have low strength and low aggression and you still have Bruiser, but you're coming against a dribbler with maybe an Enforcer and more strength and aggression than you and high balance, maybe you're not going to be able to push them off as easily, which makes sense. This means better chances to recover possession if you're a stronger player. Now, challenges from behind. They improve the detection for situations where shoulder challenges might hit from behind. This system now predicts player movement slightly ahead If it detects back contact, the challenge is cancel. Now, I don't know what they mean by back challenge. Do they mean like pushing the player from behind? I think that's what they mean. If you're in behind the player and you push them, does that mean like you're not going to be able to push them forward? I'm kind of a little confused on that. This reduces frustrating or unfair tackles, though we'll keep monitoring this space visually. Address cases where the Bruiser Plus icon appeared even when it actually wasn't impacting the play. I think this has to do when you're going for tackles. Sometimes the Bruiser would get activated, because I've noticed that before. This should help reduce the confusion around the playstyle is active. And then, yeah, that's the stronger tackler versus the weak dribbler. Where is it at? Where they're talking about it right here. Those are the examples that we just saw. This is a better quality. I'm sorry. Let me move my face cam to up here so you guys can actually see it. So these are the examples you're going to show. If you're a strong tackler against a weak dribbler, you're still going to push them off. They don't go flying as much as before, because before they would fly off. If you're an average tackler versus a weak dribbler, again. And then if you're a weak tackler against an average dribbler, you see they still recover now. So like they are going to improve how well you recover from that Bruiser challenge, and they're going to nerf it down a bit, guys. And the enforcer is actually going to matter now, which is good for those that that have enforcer on your target or any build now. We're going to need enforcer. I don't know when this update is coming out, guys. I believe probably next week. So like May 11th, May 12th, we'll probably get this Bruiser update. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your opinions and thoughts. This has been a big issue in the community these last couple of months with Bruiser being very overpowered. Other than that, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.